Welcome to the LVTRV Alaska Tour in 2024, video number 30, as we get ready to leave Tok Alaska. It's a great place for a base camp. Overall, it's a 9. Bathrooms are great. Look back on video 17 for more info on the Tok Alaska and the ratings for this beautiful campsite. It does get full by the evening hours. Our travels today is about 226 miles to heading to Destruction Bay. This is probably one of the roughest roads from Tok to Destruction Bay that there is for us on our travels. And also we do a border crossing. To the left is a great pizza joint, and the fuel is still relatively inexpensive compared to the lower 48. We're at $3.74 for diesel. So sit back and relax. Get a little traveling here. Of course, right out the get-go, the road's a little rough. We get cruising from Tok to the border. It's a little rough travel. But 16 miles from the border westward, it's actually a great road. But we're still in Alaska and heading toward the border. So watch out for these crazy roads up here. At least it wasn't raining. Overall, wasn't a bad drive. Just the roads are rough. It's got some beautiful scenery. Flowers. That's firewood flowers, I believe they're called. And a couple hours later, we end up pulling over. I actually had a sensor in my tire, kept saying it was low. But overall, everything was fine. And a couple other people stopped from our group. And I don't know who this handsome guy is, but man, look at him checking things out, making sure everything's fine. And the Tindling National Wildlife Refuge Visitor Center, there's a couple of our group in there, checked it out. They said it was actually a great place to stop and it was worthwhile. On the way coming into Alaska, it was closed. But so on the way out, it was open, and most of our group that went said it was an awesome place to check out. So we started heading down the road. This is the 16 miles before we hit the border, and this is actually a really great road. That's the U.S. border complex coming into Alaska. See video 16 for that. And we stop here where the signs are. There's the flags, the United States and Canada there where the official border crossing is. So technically we're still in Alaska. And of course the roads are, we get in the Yukon territory of Canada. We still haven't came across their border crossing. It's 9 miles after the border crossing. And the roads get to be a little, I guess the word challenging. Here's the border crossing. Beautiful place. Welcome to Canada. We're in the Yukon territory. This will be our 5th crossing as we come across Look at the time, 12:06. This is one of the quickest crossings we had also. And at 12:07, less than a minute, we were out of there. A couple quick questions, passports, and I don't remember all the questions anymore. And voila, we're out. They did ask her part of the group. We said yes, of course, with the tags all over our vehicles. And very nice and very polite. And away we go. Now we're in the Yukon territory of Canada. Heading to Destruction Bay for our camp out tonight. We end up stopping at Buckshot Betty's restaurant for a quick snack. There's a couple of our group in here. We stopped at this place on the way into Alaska 4 weeks ago. But many other RVers here besides our group. So we stopped in. They supposed to have really good pies, but they were out of pies at that time. So we had a little lunch and we got back on the road. And the road is very difficult from here to Destruction Bay. Again, it's one of the worst sections of the roadway. It gets potholey, washboardy, etc. for about 180 miles or so. It's that way, off and on. Get good stretch, and then you got stretches like this. And so, but you got beautiful scenery. Look at the nice flowers on the right. The lake's over to the left. Hillsides. Of course, I'm not able to watch all that because I'm driving. But then you got guys that's flying down the road, throwing up rocks. And then you got a lot of motorcycle tour groups that also are on these roads. And that was kind of cool. And that was the last vehicle there was their shag vehicle for the motorcycles. Listen to the sound. Some nice river going over. But back to the tour groups for motorcycles. They got a cousin that went through Alaska on a motorcycle one time. But anyway, the scenery is fantastic. The sections of road that I can at least look at. But and miles and miles roadway. And you get guys that are zipping by you also here, throwing up rocks and pebbles and stuff. We had one little crack on our window after this whole thing was said and done. And of course, it didn't happen until we got back in the lower 48. In Oregon, we got a crack on the way home. That's for a future video. And you see the little sign on the right-hand side. Them signs you see, you need to slow down because it's either permafrost, roads like this. And again, now we're coming close to Destruction Bay. Keone Lake is what we're going to be next to. Again, sit back and look at some of the beautiful scenery out here. There's our Destruction Bay place. It's a destruction place, all right. All you got is power, and barely 30 amp power. So some of the bigger rigs, they needed 50 amp. Kept blowing circuits. But we did fine. It's just, that's all it is power, barely. No water, no garbage, no sewer, no other bathrooms. You're definitely self-contained when you're at this spot in Destruction Bay. There's other campsites and there's boondocking sites. So I guess we're technically boondocked with a little power. That's part of the lake. Mile marker 10 83 talks about permafrost also. I'm going to stop the video to look at it. Here's the lake. They did a boat ramp here in the town of Destruction Bay that has 35 people population year round. Couldn't tell you what it looks like in the winter months. Got a little key house there with a little information on the Destruction Bay. It used to be a quarters master place for receiving radio traffic during the building of the highway. Of course, historic mile marker 1083. This was our spot. Again, thank you for watching this video. More to come. So make sure you subscribe, comment, and like, and love and hugs.